Hi, I'm Carrie Fong, and this is my video for the Shell Science Lab Challenge. I've been working at Rio Mesa High School for the last 4 years, and then welcome to my classroom. I did have a projector up there, but it stopped working in November, like November 1st of this school year. And so this is what my school had, and so it's a projector that's on a box, and I had to put like a ruler on some post-it notes because it's not flat with a surface. And so we didn't have a cart to put it on, so we actually have to tape it down to this table because there's like a hole in my ceiling up there, so I'd really like to get that fixed.
I took Miss Fong's classroom sophomore year. I had to sit in a seat like this, astray from everybody else, and I felt more of an afterthought and wish there was more seats. I could only be a part of a group unless somebody was absent.
The most difficult part was actually making sure that the pipette tip didn't puncture the gel because these tables move a lot, and so
it's like all the middle ones.
This is my lab benches. So especially the middle tables and some of the side ones, they move and they're all connected together. So anytime the students put too much pressure, they like lean on it, it tends to move out of place. And then students, especially this one, there's this gap in here. To get the money, I would love to replace the tables that are really bad, which would be this one, the one behind it, the one in row 5 in the center, and then the 2 on the edges. I would love to replace those, or at least purchase materials that I could re-secure the tables back onto the legs so that the students have a flat surface to actually do their labs on, which would really help a lot. Add a lab table right here because in the aisles of my classroom, I have these extra desks for extra students. So these lab tables only seat 36 students. But I actually have 38 students, and then one year I actually had 39 and 40. And so those students have to sit at an extra desk, and they can't sit at a lab bench unless someone's absent. So they're constantly working with different students for the seating chart, and I would love if I could have those students have their own lab stations. If I could put a lab table here and then also purchase chairs, that would be like my #1 priority because I want those students to feel included just like everyone else gets to feel included in the classroom. Fixing the hole in the ceiling, the projector taped to the student desk, the tabletops that slide off the legs would improve my teaching because I have a place that is suitable to teach. Our school is a Title I, so my students already feel like they're at a disadvantage because of access. There is a huge issue of equity. Some of my students that live in poverty come to my classroom and are like, oh, well, this is what I deserve because I already come from nothing. The last thing I want is for their science classroom to feel like it is less than others just because of their socioeconomic status. Having an update would help me give the proper space necessary to do any type of lab activities, which requires a sturdy and dependable surface so students can practice their lab skills and focus on accuracy, precision, and problem solving. I currently only have enough microscopes for 1 per 3 students. In addition, I only have 1 stereoscope for 1 in every 4 students. On top of that, I have to share this equipment with the other biology teachers at our school, and there are 5 of us, which makes it difficult when we all want to use them at the same time. Having enough microscopes and stereoscopes for 1 per pair would allow students to further develop their skills and increase the amount of time that students can explore during the labs. They really enjoy and love using the microscopes, and it's such a treat for them to use equipment like this, and I wish we could actually use them more, provided that we had more technology and lab equipment for all of our classes, and I would gladly share my resources with the other teachers. Having a school set of biotech equipment would allow the students at my school and myself to explore our own interests. I really appreciate the university for letting me borrow a biotech lab kit to transform bacteria and run a gel electrophoresis, but there are other labs in the units of genetics and evolution that I would love to integrate more with biotechnology. I would use the money to purchase lab equipment like microscopes, stereoscopes, and biotech equipment so that my students always have an equal opportunity and access to high quality material that every student is deserving so they can have a very enriched science experience in high school. I really want to inspire my students every day to continue to study science after their high school careers. So please help me give them this lab update that they're so deserving and desperately need. Thank you so much.